What if every yes you say is paid for with energy? What if exhaustion isn't from doing too much, but from saying yes when your soul whispers no? And what if saying less is not selfish, but sacred? Most of us were taught that love looks like availability, that kindness looks like sacrifice, and that being good is about being accessible. But no one taught us that boundaries are abundance tools. Every yes must be funded with life fuel, our life force, prana. And when energy is depleted, your yes becomes debt. In today's episode of the Generational Rhodium, it is going to focus on the power of silence, the power of discernment, and the power of the sacred no. Your brand responds to your boundaries. Great awakening, magnificent people. I am Jazmian D. I want to welcome you to the Generational Rhodium. It is the media and healing component of HWPLP. HWPLP stands for health, wealth, prosperity, love, peace. We are a movement-driven investment firm committed to building generational wealth through healing, collective economics, real estate, and venture capital. Please take a moment to comment, like, share, and subscribe. This is an episode in our newsletter series, The Entrepreneur Aura, Economic Boundaries, and Business Growth. Now let's get into this magnificence. Many of us were never taught boundaries. We were taught to be agreeable, helpful, available, self-sacrificing, especially if you are a woman, a healer, a leader, a caregiver, or a person who carries responsibilities. We learn good people don't say no. Love means availability. Saying no disappoints others, and my worth is tied to my usefulness. But boundaries were never framed as a love tool. They were framed as rejection tools. And that misunderstanding has caused many of us peace. Boundaries are not punishment. They are self-respect in motion. Now, when we overextend the body, psychologically, mentally, our body remembers that energy. And psychologically, chronic people-pleasing leads to burnout, anxiety, resentment, and loss of identity. And energetically, it shows up as a leaking life force, fragmented focus, creative exhaustion, and a weakened leadership presence. For the nervous system, it is chronic overgiving. It keeps the body in survival. And a hyper-vigilant adrenal fatigue pattern. When you say yes against your truth, your brain learns to override intuition. And eventually your body says no for you. And through exhaustion, these create illness through collapse. Boundaries are not optional. They are preventative medicine. So now this topic, boundaries, I've mentioned in other videos that this is very important to me. And so I'm going to break that down a little bit more. In my whole entire life, I have given unconditionally. Even as a small child, I can remember. I give my time, my energy, my emotional labor, my physical labor, my presence. I give it unconditionally. I gave it unconditionally because I believed that this is what a good person does. This is what love looks like. Even though I was exhausted, even though I didn't want to do it, even though I was tired of being the one that everybody looked to do something because they knew that I would do it. Even though all these things would continuously come up, I would still do it because I knew that people looked to me because they knew I would get it done. But I was giving beyond my capacity. It was creating me. It was putting me in a state of depletion. But nobody else was affected. I couldn't see anybody be affected except for me. I am in a pure state of exhaustion, tired, sad, unhappy, had done all this work, sometimes minimally appreciated. A lot of times people still looking for me to give them so much more. I was exhausted. Ha! Even talking about it makes me exhausted. I had to have a turning point. That turning point came to me with deep meditation, going to my temple, to my mind, to my mind's eye, and going within and listening. Also doing deep personal development, investing, and just being still in my truth. I will say, when I did do these tactics, the meditation, the self-development, the stillness, the self-care, I didn't do them because at that time I wanted to create boundaries. I did them because I was tired of standing up for everybody and never standing up for me. Looking for someone else to do it when the real power was right in me. And I had been giving it away for so long. Less than giving it away, avoiding it for so long that I had depleted myself. However, in these wonderful techniques, especially the meditation, it gave me the knowledge of knowing that I needed to create better systems. In the healing that I received on my meditation and my self-growth, Spirit spoke to me and said, I need to say no. I need to choose me. I need to love me just as much as I was looking for the love from others, because I was not. I was loving others so much, hoping that I would get just a bit of how much I was giving out. That is never going to be healthy for anyone. Now, when I chose me and when Spirit spoke to me about choosing me, they didn't say stop loving. They didn't say be evil, be mean. They said fill my cup so that it runneth over and I can fill others. But never let my cup run empty like it was before. I had been so empty, but not anymore. I began to say no when I felt like saying no. It was so many times I wanted to say no and I just said yes. But I started saying no. I'd rather be in a place of where I'm completely comfortable than worrying about if I am pleasing somebody else. That is love for me. That is choosing myself for me. That is being honest to myself. That is creating a healthier dynamic for me to love me and to love others. I don't need to do everything for everybody else, because if I do it for them, they will never be able to accomplish it on their own. And I'm taking that magnificence away from them. And when I saw that as well, I knew I had to say no more often. I can't fix everybody's problems. I almost cursed. I gotta fix my own and be an example for others to look at and see the greatness in choosing yourself. See the greatness in loving yourself. See the greatness in investing in yourself. See the greatness in being the love that you seek already in you. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect in setting my boundaries. I have some sweet spots, some individuals that I cannot always say no to, but that doesn't mean that I'm not creating that boundary still. I am practice in progress. And I am practice in creating change and permanence So although it's not perfect, I am better, and I'm lighter, and I'm happier, and I am saying to you, your sacred no is your necessity. Saying no restores your self-worth. It rebuilds your internal trust, and it regulates your nervous system. It ends restatement cycles, and energetically, it creates focus, clarity, creative space. You embody authority, and spiritually, you will restore your alignment. And when you honor your no, your yes becomes divine and people respect it. Your no is not withdrawn and not withdrawal from others. Your no is clarity. Your no is selective. It's not always. And your no is in alignment with who you are. In life, healthy boundaries, they look like protected time, honored energy, mutual respect in relationships, less explaining. You don't have to explain everything to everyone. No. Not because no. Some of you guys might need to try that looking in the mirror. You guys understand. Mirror work is my favorite healing tool. It has changed my life. So I always say something about mirror. Sit in a mirror and say no. Think about something you know someone will ask you all the time and say no. Might start with a little no, whisper, no. And then, get a little more, no. And then you just say no with your hands on your hips, no. Ooh, that feels good. When we're looking at business, when we say our sacred no, it gives us fewer commitments that we can't meet. We have higher impact because we are doing what we can. And we have clean offerings and strong leadership presence. Because boundaries do not limit success. They help you focus. And your aura communicates what you tolerate. Clients, they feel that clarity. And when you are clear, teams feel stable. And they understand your boundaries. And opportunities align with your capacity. Because peace is productive. I want to give you some tools to help you expand your sacred no. The first one is an energetic audit. And this is a regular weekly thing you can do, weekly or daily. You just sit and ask yourself questions. What drained me today? Or what drained me this week? Write it down. Take note of it. Because in taking note of it, you can reduce it from continuing to happen. What restored me? What made me feel magnificent? What gave me energy that I didn't even have? Do more of those things because those things are magnificent and you are magnificent. So that's what you deserve. And then where am I overgiving? Wherever that is showing up, make sure that stops. That doesn't mean look for others to overgive to you. That just means you don't have to do that. And you create boundaries so you don't. Next is a sacred pause before you respond. A lot of us are very reactive in our responding, emotional in our responding. We feel like we have to rush to respond. We got time. There is no time or space, so you can take your time. Pause when you need to answer a question. Think about it. Breathe. See how you feel in that. And then respond. If you continuously practice this, something that might take a long time in the beginning becomes a very quick cycle. Pause, breathe, check your body. Respond. Might be slow in the beginning, but when you are in tune to self, it speeds up and it's quite easy to respond from your heart and your soul and not impulse. Next is boundary language practice. Saying statements like, that does not work for me. Not explaining. I am not available for that. No explanation. Conclusion. I need to honor my capacity. Period. Don't give people more than you have. And the explanation is more than you have because you said what you needed to say. Period. The fourth one is the yes alignment filter. Before every yes, ask yourself, do I have energy for this? Do I have the capacity? Can I do this? Does this align with my purpose? Some things we do might not align with our purpose, but we might have to do at that time. Now, if that is the case, still ask yourself how you feel, because then you can start creating a way so that you don't have to keep doing it. You are not here to be everything for everyone. You are here to be in alignment with who you are. Peace is not passive. Peace is powerful. Peace is wealth. Peace is your truth. So align. Say no when you know you need to. Let's close with the HWPLP affirmation. Heal your mind, body, and soul. Build the wealth that is your birthright. Live in full prosperity, love unconditionally, and be in a state of peace. And so it is, and so I am, and so it be. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this Generational Rhodium. I am Jazmian D with HWPLP, and I absolutely, positively look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, peace, love, and light. Thank you.